Welcome to our annual Title I parent meeting from McIntosh County Middle School. And today we're going to be talking about Title I, what it is, our types of Title I programs, how we use Title I funding, our school's curriculum, the academic assessments that our students take, talk a little bit about FERPA, our parents' right to know, the parent involvement policy, and our school parent comment. All right, so first off, what is Title I? Title I is a federal program that helps students and teachers and educators in underprivileged schools make up for the difference in income. So we get supplemental funding based on the number of low-income students at our school. I think anybody that's at 40% or higher is going to get Title I funding, and with us, we're at somewhere about 85% of our students would receive free and reduced lunch. So automatically, we get an entire Title I program. So how do we spend our school funds? We use it to pay for supplementary materials, for additional educators, and for additional services like tutoring and intercession. So here at McIntosh County Middle School, our Title I funds go to pay for an instructional coach, that's Ms. Hewlett. We also have reading teachers in all grades, 6, 7, and 8, and Ms. Weichel is one of those teachers here tonight. It offers supplemental instruction to our students, tutoring, like we have on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays every week, and our intercession. We had our first one of those over our fall break, and it was pretty successful. We had 20 and then 22 students, respectively, and they came and they made up some missing assignments and got their grades up. So we're very proud of how that worked, and thanks to Ms. Hewlett for coordinating that for us. Title I also pays for several instructional software programs that we have, like Achieve 3000, which is based on boosting student lexicals and comprehension. We have WriteScore, which is a diagnostic writing test that our students take once in the fall and then again in the spring. And it gives us valuable information on how to increase their writing ability and how to improve their skills. We've got Math IXL. It's a math practice software. We also use it for star reading, for USA test prep, it's for all subjects, and then for Read 180 and System 44. And those are aimed at our lower quartile of our lexile, the lower readers, to sort of turn things around. That's what the 180 is all about.
Is our ELA IXL also paid out of that?
I don't know offhand. I'd have to go back and check.
I think CARES Act.
CARES.
Okay.
So, Ms. Popple, was this where your slide picks up?
I can.
Okay.
So the next part of our program talks about how does our school participate in the Title I program. There are different types of Title I programs. There are targeted programs and school-wide programs. A targeted program serves students who are at academic risk and have the 40% of their population being low income. A school-wide program is for schools who have most of their students, more than 40% of their students are low-income population. So Mr. Brooker said we are a school-wide because we have about 80% of our students low income. So what is a Title I school-wide program? Well, that's our program where we have our comprehensive needs and things and reform for all of our students. It serves every student in our school regardless of their economic status. So our Title I district and school goals, we want to increase the percentage of our students that are scoring at developing learner or above on the Georgia milestones in math and reading by 5 percentage points. So we have students that they can score at beginning, developing, proficient, and distinguished. We want to try to get them developing and higher. And of course, our goal is proficient and higher. So what do we want to do? Title I requires our schools to develop strategies to help with building capacity of parent involvement and getting our parents involved in our students' education and working as our partners. Parent and family engagement. reservation of funds. So each school system receives funds from the federal government. And if the school system receives over $500,000 in Title I money, they have to use not less than 1% of those funds to build parent engagement. So. And then parents of children receiving Title I services shall be involved in the decisions regarding how those reserved funds are allotted and used for our parent involvement activities. Curriculum. So what curriculum do we use here at McIntosh County Middle School? We use the Georgia Standards of Excellence, and those are a series of standards that the state has compiled that tell us what we're going to teach at each grade level, what's expected for mastery and those things. There's a link that you can go to and you can see the standards from home, anywhere, if you want to see what your students are learning about. Assessments. Mr. Brooker talked about our benchmark assessments that we do in-house, but by state and federal requirements, we have to take certain tests. And our 6th graders and 7th graders take the Georgia Milestone English Language Arts and Math test. And our 8th graders take those two, as well as science and social studies. And then, of course, our benchmarks, again, map testing and right score.
And next up, we're going to be talking about a few different documents as far as parental involvement. They're going to help us. So we're going to start with our parent and family engagement plan. Some people call it the parent and family engagement policy. But what it is, it's basically a document that we draw up, and we have several input meetings throughout the year where parents and community members can come and talk about how we need to change this and make it better. But it talks about how the parents and family are going to be engaged in making these educational decisions and strengthening our school. It also talks about Title I and the reservation of funds and communication between the school and the students and the parents. It lists opportunities for meaningful parent consultations. Talks about our annual Title I meeting, our school parent compacts, our school improvement forums, parent and family input surveys, our Title I stakeholder input meeting, and also speaks about building the capacity of parents and staff. We want to make sure both our parents and our teachers are increasing their skills so they can help their kids. So this is all sort of outlining the things that we're going to do to make sure that our students are successful, and talking about what we're going to do as teachers and parents to work together to make that happen. That is our parent and family engagement policy. It's also online if anybody needs a copy. Our school compact, that's going to be the pamphlet. And with the school compact, again, it is jointly developed. We have input meetings. We have different times throughout the year that we meet, and parents come in and provide some input. So if you look at the parent compact, we talk about the goals for the district. And for 21-22, they want to increase the percentage of students in that developing learner and above category on Georgia Milestones for both ELA and math. They're looking to increase by 5 percentage points. As a school, we want to do the same thing, but we're looking to do all subjects. So we're adding in science and social studies, which are taken only in the 8th grade. So yeah, Chasen will be part of those.
Right.
And we're also looking, like Ms. Popple said, I think earlier, to push some of those guys into the proficient category. So we're working on upping our depths of knowledge and our rigor in the classrooms to make sure that happens. Parent Compact also outlines the school and teacher responsibilities. So what we're going to do to make sure that parents know what's going on and that these students are successful. It talks about family responsibilities, what parents can do to make sure that their kids are successful, including checking the school communication, which is the remind, the agendas, the school website, parent portal. All these are big things to make sure that you know what's going on with your student school and with their academics. And it also has a place for the student responsibilities. What we need to be making sure that the students, what the kids are doing. And if we're interested in communicating with the school or getting involved in other ways, there's a few ways listed in the back of the parent compact. We have parent-teacher conferences, the student agendas, the parent portal, our Facebook page, our school webpage, our parent resource center. We have our Remind app and the McIntosh County Schools app. And lastly, the parents' right to know. This is basically in compliance with ESSA. It's the Every Student Succeeds Act. Parents can request if their child's teacher has met state qualification and licensing criteria. And we're proud to say that here at McIntosh County Middle School, all of our teachers, are highly qualified. So all of our teachers are certified in their content area. They can request whether their child's teacher is teaching under emergency or provisional status, which we are not. Again, we're all certified. And so we're proud of that fact. And then finally, our FERPA, that's the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. This tells a little bit about student records and who has access and privilege to those records. So whenever a student becomes 18, then they are a legal adult and they'll have access to their records and have the privilege of deciding where those records can go. But until then, it's going to be up to the parents. Parents or eligible students have the right to inspect or review their educational records that are maintained by the school. We have those in their permanent folders. And unless there's a great distance, schools are not required to provide copies, but we normally just invite the parents to come in and take a look. Generally, we don't share those with anybody unless it's a school official with legitimate educational interest, perhaps another school to which the student is transferring, or other appropriate parties in connection with financial aid. Sometimes we have scholarship opportunities that are available, like REACH, and they need to have that educational information. Sometimes we do have to provide those records to the judicial circuit too. So again, the Family Educational Rights and Privacy, FERPA, outlines student records and who has access to those. Our contact information. So if you need to contact us, and there will be a copy of this presentation posted to the website. And in closing, we're going to kind of turn this into like a question and answer session right now. I want to make sure that this is a valuable experience for you guys too. So, Ms. Gordon, you have any questions about McIntosh County Middle School, your granddaughter's experiences, what we're doing here?
Is she doing good?
She seems to be doing pretty well socially, I can tell you that much. Now, I don't want to speak it publicly, but as soon as we stop recording, if you'd like to take a look at her grades, we can look at that while we're here. Okay. Anything further, though?
Nothing, everything.
Well, look, we have pretty much an open door policy here at the middle school, so if you ever have a question, feel free to come on up or give us a call. We'll do our best to answer it or find the answer.
Because basically, this information I'll be giving to her grandfather, because I live in Philadelphia.
Okay.
So I'm only here for the week. Wow.
And we do appreciate you coming out tonight,
Yes.
and appreciate you guys for tuning in. So thanks for once again for watching our 21-22 Title I Parent Night.